Are you expecting shrinkage of 0.4%? And when you look at the forward indicators, new export orders, is that number at risk of getting worse?
Yeah, well, I think this month we're going to get a deceleration of export numbers, and also the import is going to be weak as well. I don't think anyone should be too surprised, because if you look at the PMI data, there's an export index for forward-looking indicator. It's showing weakness as well. So if data are consistent, then we should have a weaker number this year.
How, Hong, we can crunch the numbers as much as we like until we're blue in the face, but we really want a sense of what is happening on the ground there. You've been in Shanghai in recent weeks. There seems to be a bit of a mixed picture. It depends on who you ask. I saw a LinkedIn post from a US-based CIO who has also been in Shanghai recently saying China is open. It looks like there's nothing to worry about. I mean, should we be concerned about the numbers? Is the situation on the ground telling a different picture or not?
I think retail is still struggling. I think also from the latest policy move that the Chinese central bank is asking major banks to cut deposit rates. It's really trying to move people to consume, some of the excess saving they have been saving in the past 2 years. So if you look at the tier one cities, they tend to fare a little bit better, because folks in the tier one cities, they have higher income and also they have better stable jobs. But I think in the secondary markets, secondary cities and third tier cities, you're seeing a complete different pictures. And that's the reason why I think the revenge consumption, didn't have lasting power. And I think after the May Day holiday, things are starting to weaken again. And also, if you look at the key market, which is the property market in China, you're seeing a rapid deceleration from the first 4 months. So I think, the situation is very complicated. And I think, we have, a small group of people who are doing well, because, they have a very stable income and have accumulated a lot of money in the past couple of years. But then I think for the majority of people, who are, of lower income, they're still struggling.
How, Hong, what then is the outlook for services sector growth? Because as I understand it, there is a large degree of post-pandemic scarring.
Yeah, I think the service sector is actually doing slightly better than the manufacturing sector. Right? So if you look at the manufacturing PMI, is below 50, it's showing contraction. But then if you look at the service PMI, it's managing to stay above 50. All right. So what that means is that even though the servicing sector is still struggling, but it's doing better than last year, right? So last year was very severely affected, because of the lockdown. So this year, because of reopening and also people starting to travel, so I think service sector is being compared to a very low base, and therefore is showing signs of improvement.